3 is going to focus on what I call exploded views. Now, I have made one already, and I'm just going to show you the finished deal to just show you what's powerful with this. So I have an exploded view here. Just remind myself how to do it. Animate explode, or explode, here we go. Just give it a second, just ignore that. Right, so it looks exactly like what it sounds like. Explode allows you to show a complex project with lots of component parts, how they kind of all fit together. Now, I've spent ages setting that up, and at the end of this, you'd obviously take a screenshot of that and put it probably on a separate page. So I'll just do that now, so I'm ahead of the game. So I'm going to snip that guy and dump it onto my second PowerPoint page, which is starting to look pretty cool now. And to anyone who was sort of looking at your product, that would be really helpful for explaining what goes where, how it all fits together. What's even cooler in Solidworks, if you've got the ability to put a video in, when you've learned how to do this in a second, you can even animate it. So I can go here and go animate collapse. Give it a second. Okay, and it will actually show how the thing fits together. There we go, and it will do it on a loop, and you can do it reciprocate, which means it will also undo itself. And what's even cooler is you can spin it around while it's assembling itself. So imagine you were trying to explain to your boss how this product idea you have works and how it all fits together, or imagine you were trying to provide an instruction or assembly manual. Absolutely invaluable. Now what's cool is, of course, you can pause this at any point. So I could just click pause then, get my screenshot midway, if I was just trying to explain how the axle and brake part fits together, and grab a screenshot. Anyway, you guys are obviously going, yeah, this is brilliant, but you need to know how to do it. So let me show you how to do it, and then I'll let you choose what looks good for your screenshots later on. Probably didn't want that cube around it. Okay, right. So I am going to just close that a second. Now I need to go to the assembly tab to do this. So this will only work from within an assembly. It won't work on an individual part. You can't explode a part that is only one part. It has to be multiple pieces. And we're just going to click exploded view, okay? Right, and you'll get this menu appear. Now you can do as many different explosions as you like, and it's really, really easy to use. What you do is you do it in kind of the reverse order. So imagine the last piece of the part to be put in, logically, if you were building it, should be the first part that you click when doing an explosion. So I'm going to say my axle would be the last bit to put in. So I'm going to click on my axle, and there we go. And you'll see now, in my case, you may have to zoom out. Usually this arrow arrangement appears actually on the object. For some reason, how I've drawn the thing, it appears out in space. So if yours doesn't appear, just zoom out a little bit. But all you do is you grab the arrow that looks like it's pointing in the way you want to pull it. So I'm just going to do that, and you can see it's pulling my axle out. If I'm happy with the position, I click done. Okay. I'm then going to say pick this guy. I wanted that to move next. And if I look around, the axle that's pointing the way I want is the Z one. I know it's facing backwards, but it doesn't matter. You can just still drag it forwards or backwards. Click done when you're happy. And you really just carry on and do the same. What's clever is you can move several things at once. So say I wanted all 4 of those bolts to come out, I can just click 1, spin my view around, click 2, see they've both gone blue, 3, 4, and I want all those bolts to come out. Oh, I missed one. All those bolts to come out at the same time. So now I've got all 4, drag it, happy days. Just remember to click done when you're happy. You can move in several directions as well. So you could then drag them left to right, like I've done there. All right, down to you. I'm not going to click done on that one. I'm just going to delete my last thing. So this, by the way, is your sequence of events. So we've got axle, we then move the brake drum, and in my case I was trying to move the screw heads, but I don't like what I've done with it, so I'm just going to right click on the third one and delete it. Okay, and that'll take you back a step. All right, so really that's it. You could obviously rotate things if that was relevant. So say you were trying to show your box in several stages of open, maybe you could do that, I don't know. But basically, go through it, pick the parts, just explode them apart, So I'm just going to do these again and just drag them out. And then I want to show you just how to put those dotted lines in. So I'm happy with that, click done. And just to make it fancy, I'm going to take these clamps off as well. So that clamp and that clamp, move them out, click done. Okay, good. And I think that's it. I don't know what this auto space components is, probably not relevant, but that's fine. So that's how I want my exploded diagram. I click the tick, and then you start to freak out like I did. You think, oh my God, well, where is it? How do I see it? Well, quite simply, you go to your assembly, and if you click collapse, it'll put it back together again. Or if you right click on your assembly and choose explode, give it a second, there we go. You shouldn't get that error, it does this. If you want to add more detail to this, like the lines, you need to go to this guy along here, okay? You'll see under there, steering assembly, default. If I expand it, I've actually got two exploded views. I've got the one I've just made for you, and then I've got the one that I showed you at the start of this video. I want to modify this guy, so I right click on it and edit feature. Actually, no, I apologize, it's not that one. Right click, you've got smart explode lines, that's what I wanted. And you'll see what that does. It goes, right, well, all of those bits fit together like that. If you don't want a line to appear on one of them, so say I didn't want the line for the axle, I can just delete that one. And maybe I don't want the one on the brake drum, so I can delete that. But I want the ones left on the bolts, but maybe I don't want them on these axis caps because they look a bit naff, so I'm going to delete those. Okay, anyway, click the tick when you're happy, and there you go. It will leave dotted lines wherever you told it to, and that would clearly show someone assembling it that these bolts pass through this thing, through that washer, through this thing, and into here. All right, I don't think I need to show you any more because I think you can manage that yourself. Just remember, you'll need to flip back and forth between your main browser and this one if you want to add in or delete your exploded view. I'm going to go animate explode, so I'm back to the original one I did, the first one. Oh God. In fact, actually it's the same one. Anyway, I think you can load, I'm not quite sure how you make the last one current. I don't know, it doesn't matter, but anyway, you can have more than one version of your exploder there. Right, that's enough rambling for this video. Get your cool screenshots of, I'd say have at least one or two exploded pictures in a good set of PowerPoints for someone who's trying to present a product. All right, I think if you can show exploded diagrams, that shows like a mastery of CAD. Okay, right, tune in for the final video, which is going to show you how to oh, and I should say actually, you can combine explodes with cross sections if you want to get really clever. All right, so you could even do that. Look, there we go. You could explode and cross section if you just want to really show off. But anyway, back to this. So yeah, get those on the page. Final video is going to show you how to do dimensioned drawings. So something along the lines of this kind of thing here. You are going to have to provide, not as many of this is overkill, but you're going to have to provide working dimension drawings for the main parts of your box. All right, so tune in for video 4.